And she said the way that she gets into it is imagining like she's like a Bronx woman. She's at a nail salon and she's sitting there talking and telling a story and she's doing the whole thing. And that's literally just what puts me right into it.
Yeah.
And that, and I chew gum in like the first few scenes of the show too. And that always gets me right into it too. Cause then I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, stuff like that. Like, where do you think you're going?
Just Drew.
What's up, everybody? It is me. Who would have known? Today we have an exciting returning guest, and that's because today's guest is Hannah Dolson. She is a singer and all-around Norfolk County performer who seems to pop up in almost every corner of the local art scene. She was born and raised in Norfolk County and has created a reputation for being endlessly versatile, whether she is fronting her band The Echelon at festivals and events, taking on short films and modeling projects, or taking on standout roles at the Simcoe Little Theatre. Hannah returns to the podcast this week to promote the newest production she's a part of, the Prohibition-era comedy musical Nice Work If You Can Get It, packed with romance, bootlegger chaos, and classic Gershwin jazz hits. Now running until December 7th at the Simcoe Little Theatre. Whether she's singing, acting, or performing, Hannah continues to be one of the most dynamic young performers in Norfolk County, and I'm very excited to have her back on. Here is Hannah Dolson.
Hey you, you're listening to Just Drew. Just Drew. Just Drew.
I don't know what kind of mics those would be. I don't know. I only know like mics as far as podcasting goes and like film sets. But there's usually a sound guy with a big thing hanging around his neck and a pole.
No.
And a boom pole.
My sound guys are like, they're like 25 feet away and they're like,
yeah.
and I'm like,
well, I
like
did Dean's show. Why am I blanking on the name? Tailgate Talent Show.
yes.
And so I watched, what was his name? Kevin. He was a sound engineer. Sound mix like multiple bands in one day. And it was like, I would never want that job ever. And sometimes there's issues and it was like because certain lines were with each other and currencies and frequencies and things interrupting and like,
yeah,
no, thank you.
It's so stressful. And like, I always feel bad, like, because I show up at a gig with my little in-ear monitors and like some sound men are like cool with it. Some sound guys just kind of look at you and they're like, really? Like you're going to put these in-ears in? Because I guess it's like a whole different configuration on the board.
Why do you like to do it? It helps with like
I can hear it.
Staying in tune, right?
It sounds like this. This is what it sounds. So I can hear everything that I can. Yeah, because I find if with a rock band behind me, it's like I can't hear shit all.
It's
like
loud.
it's
Does it also help with like? Do you ever worry about hearing loss?
Yeah, and honestly, like the headphones that I have with it are like sound blocking ones, and so they're nice and they go and they go right in. So then I don't feel like I'm losing anything, but it's also nice to like pick up on the little things, like so I'm not just going I'm going like I'm hitting, like, you know what I mean? I'm finding that little vibrato in there
because you can hear it.
Yeah. Am I knocking this thing around?
No, you're good. You're okay.
Okay.
I need to eventually. The problem is it's attached to the couch that you're sitting on. So when you move, the mic moves. It was just convenient for me than buying a whole separate stand.
Oh wow.
But I've noticed it move.
She's gonna go off-roading today.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's great. And I caught a bit of you playing with Echelon at the fair. Yeah, but I'm always like at the booth, so it's tough to leave. But it's great because I'm right beside. Yeah. So I can hear you guys.
The sound at the fair is amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing every single year.
Nice.
Yeah, the guy that does it, every time they tell me it's him, I'm like,
yes.
Yeah. He's amazing.
Just tunes it right.
Like same for like sound at Friendship Festival, sound at Donnybrook. Like I just all these like classic festivals and.
Well, because like they're tuning each individual thing. Drum, instrument, and your voice, and if they're all out of sync, then it sounds yeah. I think when it's really bad, even people who aren't musically, can tell. Yeah, like what does she say? Yeah, the drums or whatever, the guitar's much louder.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder how they balance it out. But.
I know. I'm like,
What do you do when you go solo?
Solo, it's just, honestly, I don't do an in-ear or anything.
I plug them into a speaker and go?
Yeah, I have like a little mini PA. It's about that big, and it's like, honestly, it's really loud. Like, it's actually really loud. But yeah, and that just has my mic and then my piano, and then that's it. And then I just kind of adjust it from where I'm sitting, and then
well, I guess you're not really competing with anyone but yourself and the instrument you're using.
And people will tell me. People will tell you. They'll be like, "Your vocals are too quiet," and you're like, "Thanks." Like, I'll just fix this while I'm in the middle of playing something. Fake sleep, but yeah.
And when you solo, you're a pianist mostly?
Yeah. I don't really play anything else. Yeah.
No strings or anything like that.
No, I took guitar lessons. I just never really stuck with it. I kind of was like, I just didn't. I don't know. It wasn't really my thing. I didn't like going all the way over the guitar. I'm like, well, I like it in front of me. You can just hit a key.
And that's the note that you need instead of.
I like it out here. I'm like, I can see it here, and that makes me feel better. So. Yeah.
Well, and the thing with, I don't know how guitar works, but the thing with piano is like you can hit a low note and a high note at the same time. Yeah. Or like. Yeah. Yeah. You have 2 hands. Yeah. 10 fingers.
Yes.
Most people have 10 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, yeah.
There's this famous country artist. He's kind of trendy. He's pretty good, but he has some kind of birth defect where his hand is like cocked like this permanently, and so he can't actually strum. So he plays the guitar in like a very strange way. But like if you just listen to him, you wouldn't even know. And then you watch. I can't. See, this is a problem with not having a co-host. I would like search it up, but when I find him, I'll send a link over Instagram to you. Yeah, it's cool to see him play it in such a funky way.
That's the thing. Like, I think instruments are neat too, because I'm like, realistically, yes, there is a way to play them, but really, it's making sound. Like, however you need to make the sound happen. It's up to you. Like, I know people that they'll play like a right-handed guitar, but they'll play it upside down, like left-handed, and they'll play like all the strings are still done up the same way.
Reverse.
They're just playing it reverse. I don't know how. That's math I don't understand, but it's so cool to see it.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm trying to wrap my head around. So I guess the lower chords would just be flipped.
It's just flipped. So like I guess if you're playing like, let's say so I know like an E minor is like your top 2. Yeah. On like the 1 fret there, then I'm guessing it's like reversed, so they're playing it down at the bottom of the same fret instead.
Yeah, I don't know how they would wrap their head around that, but obviously people do. So
yeah, like it must just be. It's gotta come down to straight up your own brain, like just how it works for you.
Yeah. Well, it's like I don't know if I was supposed to be left-handed, but I write my letters like a left-handed person does, but in my right hand. So I start like G's and whatever D's like the opposite of what a right-handed person would. Yeah. It's very weird. Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, no, I'm like right-handed through and through. Like
So am I. Like I cannot write with my left, but it's weird that my brain wants to flip things. I'm not sure what's going on.
I know there's like two, like, so my mom, she always was like, I think when she was younger, she used to want to write with her left hand. But back in like the 60s when she was in school, like, they switched it to right hand, and she would like get the pencil taken out of her hand and put it in the right hand, right? But then when she, like in the later years of her life, she wanted to like try to learn the ukulele. And she had to learn the left-handed one because that was just, the right-handed one just was not working. Like it just wasn't, you know?
It didn't click.
Clearly there's like an innate
It's crazy that they forced them. Like obviously if left-handed people existed. Yeah. And they knew about it, but they're like, it's wrong.
Yeah. like
But I guess the problem with left-handed people is when you're writing, your whole hand gets inked up. Yeah. Because your hand's going across the ink, whereas a right hand, you're writing and the ink's sort of trailing in front of your. I never really thought about that.
Well, that was the thing too. I remember somebody said this to me actually. This was at the cafe like a few weeks ago. Because I always write on all of the plexiglass and stuff. Yeah. And I'm writing it, and some guys behind me. It is.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you. Everybody at work, they're always like, Hannah, can you write on the cookie thing on this thing? And I'm like, yes. And like,
because it looks good.
I love it. Yeah. It's fun.
But you're saying this girl.
Well, I was writing, and then this guy's coming up behind me, and he's just like standing there, like, kind of just watching, and I'm like, you know, like, hey, like, what's going on? And then he's like, good thing you're not left-handed. And then I like actually started to think about it for a second, and I was like, actually, yeah, that would kind of suck, because it's like a chalk marker, right? And then I'm like, that would be kind of horrible. Yeah.
So you'd have to lift your hand off.
I'd have to like write like that, like like I'm holding like a paintbrush or something.
Unless you wrote it the other way. Do you know what I mean? Wrote words backwards.
You know what? I think if I was left-handed, I'd have to figure out a way. I'd have to just do it.
Left-handed people, how do you write with chalk markers? I need to know. Comment below.
The flame war.
Send me a video. I need to see this. How does this work? How's your hands just not covered in ink and whatever?
I know.
I guess most things are digital now, so typey, but...
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, anything new since you've been on the pod last?
Man, you know, yeah.
We were just talking about how almost a year has gone by.
Yeah. Like...
Or almost.
We directed the show. We did the show.
And it went well?
It went really well.
Yeah.
It went really well. Yeah, it was very, like, probably the most stressful thing I think I've ever done in my entire life. And there's a lot of stressors.
Because you feel like the weight of the show on your shoulders.
Well, yeah, and I
gotta,
know
it's a team, but
right.
But
yeah.
you're the leader of the team.
Leader of the team, and you're trying to tell people what to do, and you have to delegate, which I hate. But you have to. And not everybody listens. Not everybody does the same thing. Like, everybody has different speeds and stuff like that. So it's kind of like trying to keep that together. And I'm going to quote, because Mac was on the show recently, and he was talking. He was like, I mentioned you in a podcast. I'm like, okay. So, and he said, like, the buck stops with the director. And it does, because it's like, if something goes wrong, something is left behind, anything, like, it all comes back to me. You know, like, it's all my fault if something goes wrong, right? So that was the really stressful part. But kind of honestly, the episode came out on our opening night. And honestly, once the show opened, like, every stress was just like off, and it was fine.
Yeah, because things were in motion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And people were liking the show, and it was going really well.
Yeah, I get that with like commercials and projects I shoot. It's like you're very stressed with the pre-production, and then once it's happening, you're sort of in like a flow state, sort of. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what directing like is for a play while it's going on, because like a commercial, I'm on set, but you're not on the stage.
No,
you can't direct while it's happening. It's all pre-production directing.
Yeah.
So like, what do you do? What do you do during a play when it happens?
Like I would just chill backstage. No, you don't give. It's kind of like let it go. No notes once it starts. It's kind of like the etiquette of it, but like our dress rehearsals and stuff and everything, like. That's all notes and stuff. I never had to, like, you know what? Like, I was really blessed with the, like, musical directors and the band that I had and the actors that I had. Because, like, honestly, they needed barely any notes, really. Like, they just kind of knew the show. Yeah. And they just kind of ran with it.
What's a good actor?
Pardon?
Like, a good actress is sort of, you don't have to over-direct, I would say.
Yeah. And, like, it's not even that, too, like, because, like, needing direction doesn't really make or break somebody, because sometimes you do want to go, hey, like, what should I do here and what should I do there? But some people, it is just really natural, like this innate ability to just, you know, you space yourself away from things, or you're kind of like, you know how to focus on your own shit, you know how to, you know where you're supposed to be, you know where your cues are, you know what your track is for the show, and you kind of just roll with it, right? You know how to memorize your lines, you know, you're not depending on everybody else, like, kind of thing, right? Like, it's just very, yeah, it's good. And sure. I was really blessed, so.
Did you have any hiccups you were stressing about during it? Anything you want to talk about?
You know, not on the podcast.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll talk off mic. Yeah. That's all right. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if, like, anything kind of went wrong that you sort of, like, found a workaround for, a solution for.
You know, like, there were some interesting things when it came to, like, getting the plant, because the plant was, oh my god,
especially the end plant. So it's bigger than a car.
Yeah, like, you saw that. Like, I think what had happened was, well, we were looking to rent a plant. This is already a year ago, so now I'm kind of like, what did we do? We wanted to rent one, because most people, when they do Little Shop, they just rent the puppets, because it's like, they're usually really expensive to buy them.
Yeah, it's not a brand new place, so there should be things out there.
Yeah. And we got ours from Imperial Theater Sarnia. And they sold them to us. They were going to sell them. First of all, I reached out and I was like, hey, like, I saw you guys have plants. Can we rent them? Our budget is like this much, whatever, right? And they were like, oh, well, we're going to sell them. We're planning to sell them for $3,000. We were like,
I see.
We were like, that's out of our budget. Never mind. So we kept shopping around and trying to like talk to other people and trying to get something going. I think it was like $3 to $5 grand. I know there was $5 grand in one of their like original like plant information sheets and stuff, but I think they had said $3 grand to us. Anyways, eventually we came back to them because then we were like, okay, we really need a plant, so maybe we'll just spend $3,000. Oh my God. So I was like, okay, well, what if could we rent it for $1,500 for 2 weeks of pre-show and the 3 weeks of the show, like for a 5-week of this rental kind of thing? And they were like, oh no, we'll just sell them to you for $1,500. And then we were like, okay, I guess it never hurts to ask. Like, all right. And so they sold them to us. But then there was like some things with the plants. The fourth one needed an entire set of lumber behind it. It needed $400 worth of lumber. And we weren't accounting for that right away. We didn't really know. We thought they would have sent it with the plant, but they didn't, which isn't their fault. Like, that's not their problem. Like, it wasn't really a discussed point.
I see. It was like, it's sort of the tripod to hold the plant.
Yeah. And we're also like flying by the seat of our fucking pants. So we're like, we'll take it. Like, give it, you know?
Yeah, we need it.
And so the fourth plant, it had, $400 worth of lumber on the back of it, as well as like a lot of sandbags. We put so many sandbags on it for weighting it down. And it had 2 puppeteers on like the front part and the back part. And one puppeteer, Blue, he had to grab the top things and he would like go up and down. And I believe that controlled the top of the plant. And then Naomi was the head puppeteer. She had the inner kind of part of it. And then that would control the bottom mouth. And so they had to like work together to make it
in sync.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But we also had to build that. And Chris Verge, who works at the, like, he does all the set building and stuff for Simcoe Little Theatre, is a freaking saint. Like, he had a picture that they had given us of the back end assembled, and he just looked at it and he like was like, okay, well, this is this many centimeters, which mean in real life it's this many feet. And like, I don't know how that works, but he just made it all happen. And then he like, there it was. Like, it was crazy. And I was like, dude, like, oh my gosh, like.
Is that what does he do? Like, how does he know that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Magic man.
Yeah. And I just was like, man, Chris, all right, like, go for it. Like, dude.
So they just have a knack for that.
Yeah.
Like set design.
Like math and, just intense.
I always thought I wanted to be an architect, and then I realized all the math involved. And I was like, no, thank you.
I know. And it is really fun. Like, I got to, it was like the day before the show. We were kind of just adding some last minute things to the set. And like, I was learning how to use like a nail gun and like a staple gun. And I like nailed like a door into one part of the wall. And I was just like, we can just do that, right? Like, we can like, so I don't know if when you went to the show, there was that stoop with like the trash can and the door and the brick wall. Yeah. So I did that all the day before the show.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, because that's what I wanted there, right? And I was like, fuck. And I like made it happen the day before. And I just like, I literally drilled like a nail through an entire like wooden door into the wall of the theater. And I was like, all right, well, it's in there. And then just did it again and then did it again on the other side and then shook it. And I'm like, all right, it's not going to fall. So perfect. Then stapled like a whole brick wall into the other side. Spray painted it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We've done that with folk displays.
Yeah.
At some locations.
You're just like, well, yeah, it works.
Some of the locations are older and they don't have any studs. So it's just like, what do you... And the owner's like, yeah, just go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just make it work. Like, you know, like you're just kind of like, well, it's gotta be there, so I'm gonna put it there.
We'll make it work.
But
Well, it was stunning, and there was that whole segment where the girls were off to the side. It was,
and that
looked great.
The little stoop.
I thought you had a professional set decorator, so that's great.
Man, no,
so tell me about this new play.
Okay, so it's nice work if you can get it.
Yeah.
At Simcoe Little Theatre. I get to be on stage this time, which is honestly it's much less stressful. Like I kind of like after doing Little Shop and then stepping back into the actor point of view, I'm like, oh my God, like all I have to do is remember lines and perform. Yeah. I'm like, that's it. Yeah. And it's just so nice, right? Like I was like, this is amazing. So I've had like honestly, a not stressful time at all with this show. It's been absolutely wonderful. And Janet and Joanne, our directors, are just lovely. But now that I've also been in the directing seat, I'm like, oh, I know that they're stressed about some stuff, for sure.
Do you think that helps you?
I think so.
As a performer?
I think so.
Just
like
knowing?
Yeah, because I used to be in a perspective where I was in the actor's shoes and I'm like, God, why doesn't the director have this done? And why don't they have why are they holding out on this thing? And I'm like, now I get it from the other perspective. I'm like, yeah, no, they're waiting for everybody else to do things and they can't do anything until this thing is done and that person can't do anything until this thing is done. And it's like a whole thing. I know, which is so stressful. So, but it's been a really smooth process. Like it's been an amazing process. So anyways, nice work if you can get it. It is based in the late 20s, early 30s. It's prohibition era. So it's
let me just sip my bourbon here.
Yeah,
as you
literally.
Say that.
Let me just sip my mocktail here.
Anyways, prohibition, illegal alcohol, yes.
Oh yes. All of the music is like Gershwin songs, so it's all classic jazz. So things like Swonderful, Someone to Watch Over Me, Let's Call the Whole Thing Off, which is like that potato, tomato.
Yeah.
That's in here. Like it's all, so it's all songs that people, it's funny because as we're in the first weekend of performances, I'm like, we start the song and then people are like, you can hear like, oh, like in the audience because they're like, I know this one,
Yeah, there was I'm blanking on her name. She used to perform with Louis Armstrong a lot. She sings a version of that song that's great.
Is it Ella Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Because I was going to say, I think I was listening to that earlier.
I think that's a little bit past the 1920s, but it's all music from that era.
Yeah. Like I think they wrote it in, like a lot of these songs were written in the 20s.
Okay.
So it's based in the Prohibition. There's this guy, Jimmy Winter, and he's like a playboy, he's like on his fourth marriage, and he's getting drunk at a bar right at the beginning. Like he's like, like a speakeasy or whatever, you know, that they had at the time. And then I play Billy Bendix, who is a bootlegger.
Okay.
During the time. She's like the head of like two other bootleggers, like Cookie and Duke. And
businesswoman.
Basically. Yeah. And I talk like this the whole show, so I have a whole accent.
No way.
On. Yeah, it's super fun.
You're really good at that.
Oh, bless. Thanks.
That's reminds me of the actress's accent from Wolf of Wall Street.
Margot Robbie.
Is that the same
or she talks
accent?
Like this? Yeah.
What accent is that?
It's like a Bronx thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually learned like the way that I was able to pick it up too, because I did this one before in Race Day a few years ago, and it was the same kind of accent.
Okay.
But she did this thing where she was on a talk show of some sort, and she said the way that she gets into it is imagining like she's like a Bronx woman. She's at a nail salon, and she's sitting there talking and telling a story, and she's doing the whole thing, and that's literally just what puts me right into it.
Yeah.
And that, and I chew gum in like the first few scenes of the show too, and that always gets me right into it too, because then I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, stuff like that. Like, where do you think you're going? But yeah, it's good. And then
you just pick it up like that though? Did you have to like watch videos or like
that one? No,
because dialect coaches.
I do that one when I'm drunk, so it just
nice.
comes out. And then
some people are just good at that.
I like doing it. I don't know. And then there's I do another accent in the show too, and it's a Cockney accent. So I talk like this though, like part of it, and then it's a Cockney maid,
Yeah.
Cheers. Like, it's a whole thing. It's very funny. It's really funny. It's a funny show. Like it is so funny, and it's so nice too. To like, for the longest time, we're all just laughing at each other on stage, but after this first weekend, we are picking up where everybody else is laughing at stuff, and it's just like a laugh a minute. Like it's just constant.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It is such a funny
Does
show.
the audience laugh at parts that you didn't think they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it always works out that way. Like, there's one scene where a character walks on in a particular costume, and we were not expecting it, but like opening night, people were dying. He just walks out, and we're standing there like, normally we've already said our next lines by now, but he's still getting applause.
Oh, that's right. You kind of have to play with the crowd.
Yeah.
You can't deliver a line when they're all howling. Oh, right.
Yeah, and so you kind of have to wait a minute sometimes, and then there's certain things that I do in the show where I'm like, I'm just playing the audience a bit. Like, there's a whole scene where I'm trying to like seduce one of the characters, you know, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show him my female stuff, and I have to like, I don't know, I just do this position, and I turn around, and then I start like tossing my hair and like rolling my shoulder, you know, and like thrusting my chest, and I don't know, it's a whole thing. And then people are like just kind of dying, and I'm like, okay, stop it, you know, like shit.
Yeah, lean into it a bit.
Yeah, and it's so fun. And like, there's one character too, like, she plays the finest interpreter of modern dance in the world, and so she just keeps doing weird shit on stage the whole time. And it's so funny because you'll see people like pick up on what she's doing in like the background, and you're hearing like giggles in the audience. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's a funny show.
All these little subtleties and things going on underneath.
Yeah.
Was this, look at this guy.
I know.
Does this feel good? You like this?
Oh.
I'm trying to picture him hairless.
I know. I was going to say, like, petting Buddy is a little different because you just kind of move his skin back and forth a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. But he loves that. Like, that's his thing.
For context, everybody, Hannah has a hairless cat.
Technically, it's Dryden's cat, but it's, you know, it's the closest thing I'm going to have to a kid. Like, I love that thing. Yeah. It's so cute.
I've never touched one before. I feel like I just need to, like...
I should have brought him, honestly.
This one doesn't get along with pretty much no one.
Okay.
Because Drew had litter kittens once, and we tried to bring the kitten over to sort of acclimatize him, and he shunned Drew for months.
Oh my God.
Months. Yeah.
He's looking at you like, yeah, I did.
I promise.
What about it?
I won't bring another kitty, at least for the time being.
He'd probably look at Buddy and be like, what the fuck is that? Honestly. Like,
what is this?
I will say, like, Buddy doesn't have, it's not like he has no hair. Because some Sphinx cats, like I said, I was telling you earlier, some Sphinx cats have like patches of like no hair, and it's just like skin, you know? So
I assume it gets dry.
It does. Yeah, it can. But with Buddy, not really, because Buddy just feels like a peach.
Yeah.
He feels like peach.
So you don't need to like moisturize Buddy?
Not really, no. Like, and of course there's a bit of grooming with Sphinx cats. Like we do, he gets a bath like much more often than other cats do. Okay. And we wipe him down with like the little cotton rounds, you know, like just to.
Does he groom himself like a
He does. Cat? Okay. Yeah, right. He does. He loves, like, you have to clean their ears a lot more. They get like a lot of earwax more than any other cat, I guess. It's like a thing. But he loves getting his ears cleaned. He literally like leans around like just to let me do it, you know, and then he closes his eyes the whole time. And I'm like, dude, like, you're loving this. They get acne, which has been a new thing.
Yes, he gets some around his lips a little bit. Okay, bye-bye.
He says,
see you later. Hey folks, a quick shout out to something awesome that's happening here in Norfolk County right now. The Simcoe Little Theatre is running Nice Work If You Can Get It now until December 7th. If you like bootleggers during Prohibition, a little bit of romance, and a whole lot of comedy and twists, this one's for you. This play revolves around the classic Gershwin jazz songs, the songs that you know, even if you don't realize that you know them. The music is fantastic, the cast is local, and the production is such a fun night out. If you want to support the local arts, visit simcoelittletheatre.org, or you can call the box office to snag your seats today. That is Nice Work If You Can Get It, running now until December 7th. Now, back to the podcast.
But yeah, he gets it right around his like prepping.
He goes for the ankles.
So does Buddy. Like, Buddy kind of gets around, and he just, dude. No, he's been getting like, he'll get blackheads around his lips and stuff, and I think it is just, they just eat food and then it gets stuck in there and
Makes
then they
sense.
get them. But you have to like kind of pop them. Like,
Yeah.
You kind of have to just like,
Ashley does that with him occasionally. It's like, what? Cats get acne?
Straight up. And he'll get little blackheads on like his back or like his shoulders and stuff. Like, you just kind of get it out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense. They have pores too, so.
Right.
Anyways, so this play, okay. Huge, is there complicated set pieces like, I guess there's not a giant,
no
40-foot plan.
Oh, it's so nice. There's nothing like, there's like a spin around thing that we have that kind of changes the room.
Yeah.
And then there's like a couple set pieces, like a piano and like a bathtub and like a bed that we made and all that kind of stuff. And that goes
I always admired how, in like, what's the term I'm looking for? Like, it's called the Simcoe Little Theatre.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like you have multiple stages in behind like a Broadway show in New York City where they can just wheel an entire set that's made.
Yeah.
And just exchange them with other sets that are just sitting around and behind because they have a stadium size back lot or whatever you want to call it, backstage.
Well, that was the thing. Like the plant was friggin' huge.
Where do you put it?
Exactly. Like that was the thing. And people kept asking that. They're like, well, how are you going to make it fit? And I was like, we're just gonna make it work. And I was like really adamant. I'm like, we need a curtain on the one wall because it has to just pull through there.
Yeah.
Because even you have to still store it backstage even when it's not being used. And then in the middle of intermission is when we kind of like do a 26-point turn on the wheels and then pull it up to the actual curtain part, right?
Yeah.
And dress the set differently because there's like all these vines that come off it and it's supposed to be kind of overgrowing around the store, so we'll put like vines up and whatnot and do all that. And even the third one is tough to put on as well because the third one was in the big pot there,
right?
And we would have Jada, she'd be singing her Somewhere That's Green over on the stoop, and we'd have the curtains closed, and then the crew would basically pull up this like it had to be like 50 pounds, this like pot up over onto the stage. We would get Naomi into the pot with her. She'd had like cooling packs on. She had a cooling vest. Then she'd get her foot in like the bottom of it because there was like a pedal thing that would like move the vines out front.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then the top part went on like a backpack, and then the bottom part had like bars on it. And so basically she was going like this for like however long to make the thing talk, and then listening to Mitchell in the back with the microphone making the voice happen.
Right.
Which is insane. Yeah. Right? Oh, so fun.
And I think when you came on before the show came out, I was like, oh, my buddy's a huge theater guy. Like he's going to love it. And I brought him. And he was absolutely just over the moon about it. Because he played like Donkey in the Shrek Play at School and stuff like that.
I love it.
And just like the whole next month, me and him were just like, feed me. He does it much better than me, but feed me.
Oh my gosh. It's such a fun show. It was one of my, like, it's still my favorite musical, I think.
Oh, really?
All time. Yeah. It was my mom's favorite too. So that's why I wanted to do it as well.
Yeah.
You know, just because I felt like it'd be good.
So what kind of characters are you kind of drawn to?
Like playing or
like do you like comedic characters or a little more on the comedic side?
I like something with some comedy. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I find like I'm gonna add it regardless somehow. Because this is what's going on with Nice Work if you can get it. But I'll like make facial expressions that I'm not realizing I'm making.
Yeah.
And I'll like I'll do something like this, and then like I hear giggles in the audience, and I'm like I didn't even know I was doing something. But like you know what I mean?
You're
like I'll just move, and I'm like. Whatever, right? Like, and then people see it like that, right? And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, okay, I'm just reacting. Like,
yeah.
You know, so sometimes I'm like, I think my face just like looks funny in certain situations. So I think I'm like,
and you're not
comedy.
Memorizing that facial expression for the next time you do that exact line.
No.
Yeah.
Like it just sort of happens.
Just
and I'm
naturally.
like, man. But then with White Christmas, I played Betty Haynes, who's a much more like reserved character, you know. She's got to be very like serious and whatnot. But even then, Janet directed that one too. I think she had no choice but to let me sass it up sometimes because she was like, you know, I think she just realized like, oh my God, her face just does that. Like, okay, like, you know, but
I guess that's why certain directors will pick certain actors for, or they'll write a story and they have a certain actor in mind for that character because they just it just fits.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that actor always like has a certain persona or a look or something like that. But
well, and that's the thing. So far, like I've played 2 people with an accent like this, and they were both had the same kind of demeanor. Like it was a whole thing. Like race day, I played Roxy, who was like a debt collector for a loan shark. So she was all so she's all tough. Yeah, and she's all like ready to like she's like, well, yeah, like I just beat up 2 guys in the back, you know, like you're next, like that kind of thing, right? And she talked like that the whole show, and she's super sassy, and I would try to do this eye twitch on stage where like,
oh yeah,
literally, and I'm like,
yeah.
Anytime something would happen, and
I do that when I get annoyed. I'll just
literally,
like it's like anger you're trying to like keep inside, and it's just coming out in your eyelid.
Honestly, and I've tried to put that into like Billy a little bit, but it's not. It doesn't always come out. I don't know. Billy's funny because she's just sort of like, she's also super brassy, but she kind of just wants to like fall in love and whatnot, right? But she's really sassy.
But hopefully not with the guy who's on his 4th marriage. I guess I'll have to.
You know
I'll
what?
have to see.
I guess you'll have to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends if he's helping her with her bootlegging, I guess. And
just true. And there's like a love story. And there's a twist. And yeah, it's a whole thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, man. 2 weekends left.
2 weekends left.
2 weekends left. Thursday, Friday nights at 7:30. Saturday, Sunday matinees at 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like matinees.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's actually, you know what? I like the matinees too. We used to have Saturdays used to be a nighttime show as well.
Yeah.
They'd be at 7:30 also, but there's been, I feel like, a lot more like showing up with the 2 o'clock show, to be quite honest. Yeah.
Well, like if I'm gonna see, like I'm a big theater, like movie theater buff, and I like to go in an afternoon, and then you're home for dinner or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can still do whatever you want to do for the evening. And
that's the thing. Like it changed a lot. Like when I was younger, and I feel like this is pre-COVID as well, I really loved going to like a later night thing and just like having a night of it and going out and then going to the bar after, doing a thing, whatever, you know. But then now it's like, no, I'd rather go at 2 o'clock and be home.
I don't know if that's like 8. I'm older now, maybe. It's like, yeah, I know you're much younger than I am, but like, I don't know. Maybe.
That might
my
be
lifestyle's
too,
changed a bit.
You know what? My friends and I, they'll remember this. Well, they might not remember as much, but you know, we would go out to the bar. We'd leave the house at 10.
We were just talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was at a cousin's place and we had a couple brews and I'm like, okay, it's 9:30. I'm gonna head home. And then we had a kick about how we would normally start or arrive at someone's house at 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we used to go. We went to the tavern in Dover like every weekend. Like that was our spot, and we'd go like Saturday night. They'd be open till 2 or 3 in the morning. We'd stay right till they closed, and we'd leave the house at like 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
And then get
that was
there.
still early.
And that was still early. Like I remember vividly, I'd get home from work and it'd be like, I think I was still at Rolson's at the time. So I'd come home from work and I'd like, you know, start my hair, and then I'd start actually putting makeup on at like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then get picked up at like 9:30.
Have a drink while you're doing your makeup.
Literally, having a drink. And then I'd get there and then go buck wild for 5 hours and then leave and come home. And then guess what? Go to work the next day. Like it was nothing. And now my hangovers last 3 days. And so I just have to let it happen. I had one that like, this is recently. Oh my God. Okay. So this was on Halloween, and I was so sick on Halloween. I had the worst cold. Oh. It was horrible. But like my friends and I were like, no, like we're going to this barn party, right? And it was like super fun. And I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna go to this party. Like we're gonna have this happen. But like, you know, I went to work that day. I did the whole day. I was feeling like shit the whole day. Like it was so rough.
Oh, and your days are early.
Yeah, like, well, I was there at like, you know, 9, right? And okay. It's like a 9 to 5, right?
Yeah, but that's still pretty early for a night of going out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I still had to work the next day, but I didn't end up going to work the next day. And it's not, if Joy's watching this, it's not because I was drinking a lot. It's because I had a cold and I was legitimately so sick.
Yeah.
However, we had a rip-roaring time that night, let me tell you. It was so fun. I shouldn't have drank anything, but I did. I fell asleep on the couch downstairs in the barn. I say because I was sick. And so the next day, literally, like, I had to text the group chat that night. I was like, you guys, I'm like, this is not good.
I'm a shell of a human.
Yeah, my friend was helping me. Like, Kenzie's like, she's like, you know, and helping me type it and whatnot. And I'm, yeah, it was a lot. And the next day I was just like, yeah, no, I'm so glad I took today off because that was so rough.
Yeah,
but
you just needed it.
Yeah, we still had a promo performance for the musical that night at Ferrera's. They had like a speakeasy. He's thinking about it, man. Oh, see, now he's being sweet.
He's up to something. Sorry, yeah, Ferrera's.
No, we went to Ferrera's for this little thing, and so I sang that night, and that was rough because I was sick and I was kind of hungover, you know. And then the next day I still had a headache, and then the day after I still had a headache, and I was like, what is going on? Is it because I'm sick, or is it
combination of everything?
I think so. Yeah, and it just,
and alcohol's not great for your immune system and all that stuff. So.
No,
but it's a good time.
I had so much fun.
Yeah,
I had so much fun. The 4 hours that I was there, scored. It was awesome.
Your 20s, still like just live it up.
Yeah.
Do it while you can.
Yeah, like I'm closer to 30 than I was last year, and I'll be closer to 30 next year than I am this year, and it's like driving me insane.
Yeah.
And like, for example, I'm starting to get like back pains that I didn't realize were like a thing. Like I slept wrong. No, this is actually the worst. I slept wrong. Like, I'm gonna say it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and my back was shot. Like, it was shot for days and days and days. And I was like, okay, what is going on? Like, genuinely thought I had like developed scoliosis overnight, because I was like, oh my God, why am I at like a tilt? And I always get Dryden to do this thing where, like, you know, I'll go like that, and then he'll grab from behind, and then it cracks your back. Yeah. And I didn't want to do it because I'm like, maybe it might like fuck it up or something, right? But then I just got so desperate. I'm like, babe, like, you have to. Like, I can't. It hurts. And it was the loudest, genuinely the loudest pop. Pop. Yeah, it was like, like it just like lined up, and it hurt so bad. And I was like, oh my God. But I woke up the next day, no back pain.
Really?
I was like, literally, he cracked it out of my back. And I'm like,
dang. I've never gone to a chiropractor, but I guess that's sort of the concept.
Yeah. I went like a few times one time.
Yeah.
It was like, I had like knee pain, but then like he told me I had like partial flat feet, and it was like the biggest ego death of my life. Like, actually, because I was like, oh my God, like I probably can't even join the army if I wanted to. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what a bummer.
Oh, so sucks. I won't get drafted.
Yeah. Dang.
But
flat feet.
yeah, it just apparently, like, if the weight's focused on the outside of your foot a little bit more, it twists your knee when you're walking or something without even realizing it. So it was like that, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, or like even like I don't know if this is what, but like Ashley has some like loose hips, or like her ankle ligaments are looser, and so she's more prone to roll her ankle. But that like a loose ankle can affect something going on up here. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So like you have pain here, and you're thinking like, oh, what did I do here? But it could be something down, you know. Yeah. I guess that's why people wear orthotics and.
Or that's the thing. So now I have to wear, like, when I have like any shoe that really doesn't have that support, you know, and I'm walking in it for a while, like I do get an arch. Like my winter boots, I have an arch in them.
Well, you're standing all day for work too, right?
With work, yeah. We wear Birkenstocks at work for the most part, to be honest, though. But my Birks are really like molded to my feet now. Yeah. But
yeah, Birks are good.
Right. Birks are fine.
I think so. Yeah.
So I like those. I feel bad actually, because this was actually more recently too. When I went to my chiropractor, it was years ago. And then I had to cancel an appointment because I literally got COVID, and I was like, I can't come in. Yeah. And I just forgot to reschedule like any appointment after. So I think like they might have thought I died.
Oh no.
Or something. I don't know, because I just stopped going because I was like, well, I guess I don't really need it anymore anyways. Like, we're doing all right. It's fine. It's like this many bucks a week. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm all right. And eventually they called me, I think it was this year, and they were like, hey, like, if you ever want to reschedule an appointment, we didn't know what happened last time. Oh. I was like, oh, sorry about that. I didn't die, if that's what you were wondering.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm good.
I'm here.
It's fine. But yeah.
I used to get really bad lower back pain like as I was getting into my later 20s, but it's because I would go from holding heavy camera equipment and rigs like that. Sometimes the rigs are like 100 pounds, and then I would go do that for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then I would go to sitting at a desk and just, I don't know if it was like the back and forth, so I bought a stand-up desk and went to an osteopath. I went to what's like the medical version of a massage therapist. Do you know that term? It's like a C, starts with C. I can't think of the term, but that's very painful because they're there to fix.
They don't give a fuck.
They're there to fix a problem, not give you a relaxing afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I had a guy, so he was thicker muscles in his hands and really got in there, and I was like verbally making noises. I was like, oh my God. And it was extremely painful, but fixed the problem.
Dude.
So, he had his elbow in my back like this.
It's so wild, like, because, okay, so I have one of those, like, the back massagers that you get from the fair.
Okay.
But I think Dad got it, like, 10 or 15 years ago. Okay. Like, it's old. It just, dated. That somehow it's ended up in my room, and I have it. So, I'll use that sometimes. But it's wild when you put that thing on, and you can hear it, like, struggling on you. Like, you can hear it, like, as it's, like, going over a thing. But then when it goes back over it, suddenly it's smooth.
Yeah.
It just pushed something right out.
Like, getting knots is a real thing.
Yeah.
I should get a masseuse on here.
Yeah. And can you bring me on and then, like, just let them...
Yeah, maybe we'll have a masseuse, and then we'll have a masseuse for each of us so we can get it done.
They ain't never seen tension like this, honestly. They're going to be like, what'd you set me up with?
I actually love massages. I've only had, like, a handful in my life, but I got one on my honeymoon. And afterwards, the lady was like, I've never given a massage to someone with such tight muscles. She's like, it's important that when you go home to Canada, that you continue to do this for your own benefit. And I was like, dang.
I know. I've never been for a massage, and I want one
really?
so bad.
It's great.
I want one so bad.
Yeah. Don't go to, like, the medical one. That's if you have issues. You need to go to, like, a masseuse, like a relaxing
nice one.
spa.
Yeah.
Like a spa masseuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten it. It's not really Ashley's thing, but I'm like, when we're on vacation, I'm like, can we? Yeah. And so, like, we were in Palm Springs with a group of friends, and there was a masseuse at this hotel. Nobody wanted to go. I went by myself. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I want to do that, and, like, I fear the massage person going, like, holy shit, like, trying to, like, push things out.
Well, that's what you want, though.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what they're there for.
That's true.
And I think you can sort of tell them, they'll be like, hey, like, where do you have issues? Do you want me to go, like, do you want a deep tissue, or are you looking to relax?
I would ask them, I'm like, where do I have issues? Because, like, I just live like this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, because I think I was at a party one time, and the one girl that was there, oh my God, the sweetest, she is going in for, like, massage stuff. And I think she was kind of just, there was a point in the night where, you got a bunch of drunk people in the backyard that are like, give me a massage, like, I want to try it on me, and including me, I think. I was like, try it on me, I want to try it. And she was kind of, like, pressing. she's like, yeah, it's a bit of tension in there, like this. And I'm like, man, like, and I'm just sitting there going, like, yeah, this is just, I just live like this, I guess.
Well, I guess it depends on your occupation too. Like, if you're at a desk, like, you're gonna be tight, right?
Yeah.
All up here because you're constantly.
Well, and I'm always looking down. I find, right? Because
so
I'm
you probably have
holding
some neck stuff and.
Probably. God. Yeah, and then of course with piano. And then phone.
Oh, everyone's got the
my
phone.
God. Have you seen, like, people with, like? It's not really our generation, but it's the one, like, kind of below us. It's like Gen Z and below that kind of have, like, a hump on their back almost from just being at a young age and doing that. Yeah. I know. It's, like, evolving differently. Same with, like, people having, like, different bumps on their pinkies depending on how they're, like, holding it.
Holding phones.
Yeah. So I got it like a pop socket so that it's just my two strongest fingers.
I know the big thing with us was, like, because when I was growing up, that was, like, the birth of online video games and things like that. And they're like, oh, your posture is poor. Your spine is arcing because you're hunched over with a controller, right?
If anything, that seems like nothing now. Like, to be honest.
But there's some good things kind of about video games. Like, like I think surgeons that play video games are more accurate, and
Yeah.
like so they recommend it for certain things.
Better hand movements, more hand stability, I think, and stuff too.
Yeah.
Right? And quicker
like thought
hand-eye
process.
coordination
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But I know when I've played things too, like
Oh yeah, because you're a gamer too. We talked about this last time.
You know, somewhat.
Yeah.
I don't play as much right now. Like
More
honestly,
of like a Nintendo.
Yeah,
you get the Switch.
It's busy season, but okay, I'll get into this in a second. I was gonna say like Nintendo, for whatever reason, unless it's the Pro controller for the Switch, or like honestly the GameCube controller is also quite nice.
Yeah.
The Switch itself sucks to hold that thing because it's just flat on the back and your fingers are kind of underneath it and you're
There's
holding
nothing for
it
it to like sit in your palm.
No, and you just have to let it happen.
Yeah.
Like you're just holding it. And then same for so Dryden and I have gotten into like vintage gaming at the moment.
Oh.
Yes, and he's been like collecting like a shit ton. He wants to get into like putting new batteries in different games and old games. So we've gotten right back on our old Pokemon grind. So I've been playing like Fire Red, and so has he.
Wow, look at you go.
On like our Game Boy Advances, and he bought me a new Game Boy Advance because it was like mine, for whatever, just shit the bed out of nowhere, and it was my childhood one, so I just kind of had it. But he got me a little pink one, so we've been doing that. But now it's different because my hands are bigger than when I really played it last, because it's only like I'm playing the SP, which is the one that like flips up.
Yep.
It really, like when I was a kid, I remember holding it with both hands.
It was big.
But now I can kind of like go like this.
Like
and
a cell phone.
I know. And then it's actually bad because we'll be watching something and I'm like, so I'm just kind of grinding battles. So I'm just like, you know, like watching TV, and then I'm like, okay, we're into the next battle, you know, and then watching something, and I can just do it with one hand. And I could really get the trifecta going if I got my phone in my other hand. And then just like, honestly, like the attention, like it's like the equivalent of like those Minecraft parkour videos with like a Reddit story going on the one side of the screen, you know, like an Am I the Asshole subreddit post, and then like you're watching some guy like jump over like a whole like, you know, public Minecraft server. And,
yeah,
like, it's like that.
I have some family members with some pretty crazy setups, like, you know, like 4 screens. Like one of the long screens, but turned vertically, so you can read feeds.
I was just thinking about that kind of thing. Yeah. The vertical screens at Boston Pizza. Have you seen them?
No.
Oh my God. It just plays like TikToks.
Oh.
In the bar. In the bar. You're in the bar and you're like drinking, and then you'll look over to the one screen and it's just somebody cutting fucking sand. And you're like, dude, like, or like animal videos or like pratfalls or something. And I'm like
my inner... I'm like, I don't know if I like that, but I for sure would watch that.
Oh, 100%. Like, I judge it so openly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there like, God, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And then, like, partway through the thing, everybody else is talking, you know, and I'm like, okay, like, shit.
Yeah, that's that ADHD.
Yeah,
like, what is that? I'm always watching screen. Hey, well, now that we're talking about, see that phone there? You should pick that up. I just put that there for fun. See the white phone on the book? Yeah. That's an iPhone 4. Look how tiny it is. Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I used to have like the 5, but
I was just going through like some boxes I had at my parents' place still, and I found this. That was my first iPhone in high school.
Oh, dude.
Like grade 10 maybe?
Like the one camera on it.
Grade 11? Like... Yeah, there's not even a light on it, I don't think. Is there a light?
It looks like it, but...
It's probably for flash.
Just for flash, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so I think there used to be an app that you'd have to get that would activate the phone flash for a light.
Yes, you needed like a flashlight app.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. So that was those days. I just couldn't get over the size.
They're so little. I had like an iPod Touch as well, and I think it was like the Gen 4, like so it's like around that size.
Yeah, makes sense.
Same deal. They're so little. I'm like, how did I do this?
Or like the Nanos? Like that.
Oh, the Nano ones are cute too.
The original iPods?
Where you had to like, you would just kind of...
The scroll wheel?
Yeah, the scroll wheel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I used to watch because I had the Nano, had a tiny little screen.
Just same.
Yeah, and I would watch Drake and Josh from what is that, Nickelodeon, I guess, when I was a kid on that. And I watched all the seasons on this tiny little screen in the car.
Well, that's the thing. I'd download like movies and stuff, and then I'd watch them on my little iPod Nano 5. You know, and I'm like,
yeah, I can't believe we did that.
Oh, Vampire Diaries episodes, and I'm like, this is great.
Oh, like, yeah, I never watched that show. I heard it was big.
Yeah,
I know that's a big show. I know that's a big show.
I can't. It's hard because it's one of those shows that, oh my God, I want to rewatch it, but I just can't do it. Like,
I'm sure if you can.
It's hard because it's so cringy now watching it.
I see.
I have to be a teenager to watch it, like to get it. It isn't the same.
Yeah.
And it's hard also watching all these actors that now I watch it and they're all younger than me in the show, but they're still way older than high school students. Like they're like 23, 24 and they're playing like 16-year-olds and you're like
Grease Lightning? Like
right? Yeah.
That guy's like 40.
I know.
They're like, no, he's 16. I'm like, he's balding.
And then too, there's like a whole subtext about like, it's like these kids are like, for lack of a better way to say it, they're having sex all the time. All the time. And I'm like, is this wrong now looking back? Because I'm like, they're supposed to be like 16 or 17.
Probably.
And they're like barely going to school. Because I'm like, okay, they're supposed to be in high school. This episode is not based in the summer. I know they're not on summer vacay. But they're never in school, like ever. They're always dealing with vampire stuff. You know,
vampire stuff's important.
I guess, right?
It's very distracting.
Life or death,
from
very
school.
much. Yeah. But like, how do they pass? And then they go to college, and I'm like, you had to take summer classes. There's no way.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to like not think of all like the actual logistics on a fantasy show about vampires, apparently. But
you're questioning why they're not at school, but then you're not questioning the vampire part.
No, I'm like, that's fine.
It's passable.
You know, there are other vampire materials. Even Twilight did it better in a sense where, they went to school all the time, though.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. Yeah, they did.
Right? Like, and it's weird because you're like, your vampire is like, why are you going to school?
Yeah. I remember watching that when it first came out, and I was like, I know it was more of like a romance sort of thing, but I didn't mind. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then now you watch it and you like see the running with her on his back. Yeah. And he's just kind of floating. And then you're like, yeah, I don't know. It's just when you're younger.
I think it's just too like it's funny that these vampires that are like hundreds of years old are like, let's go back to high school. Let's go. Like, who would do that?
True.
Who the hell would do that?
Unless, why did they go to school? Unless it was more of like a...
They said, we had to fit in. But I'm like,
right.
You already don't fit in because your dad... Okay, in the books, oh my God. In the books, Carlisle is supposed to be like in his early 20s. And then all of these kids are like 17 when they were all turned or something, right? They're like 16 or 17 years old. But he's their adoptive father. But he's like 25. And I'm like, already... That ain't believable. So, like, I'm glad in the movies the guy is, like, much older, yeah. And, like, so is the quote-unquote, like, the mom, like, the adoptive mom. But then I'm like, no, it's already weird because you have, like 5 kids living under your roof. And, like, there's a set that's supposed to be a brother and sister. There's another set that's supposed to be a brother and sister. But then they're interlocked with the opposite one as a couple. So they're like all couples living under the same roof together.
Right.
And then you just have Edward, who's I guess like the fifth wheel out. And then finally he finds Bella, and then suddenly she's there with him and doing stuff. And it's like, if I were in high school and there was like a whole group like that, we'd be like, what the fuck?
Soulmate right here.
I know. Like, we'd be like, did we call someone? Yeah. Like, that's like...
What's in your water?
Yeah, why are they like... Why are they together? Like,
why so pale?
Yeah. Right? Why are their eyes literally like the brightest color orange you could possibly find in like film contacts? Yeah. Like, why?
Why don't you eat any food?
Yeah. Like, why do they just sit at the lunch table and eat nothing? Like, I'm like, God, I can't. But that they don't exist, so it's fine. I don't know.
As far as we know. I mean, well, those characters, vampires.
You know what? There's always that. I like the idea of being open to like weird fantasy things being alive. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares, right? Like,
maybe.
You know, because there's a reason people were bitching about it in the first place and writing stories and stuff and going like, why is, like blood sucking demons and blah blah blah. I'm like, where'd you get that from? What happened to you?
Yeah.
You know.
If you want to take a very atheist view of it, is like maybe they just were on a bunch of drugs.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, vampires, but not really. They're just high on mushrooms.
They're like.
That's a possibility.
That's also very true.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are like, there's like vampire like subcultures though. Like.
Oh yeah.
And it's so interesting. Like there's a one in I remember watching a BuzzFeed video years ago, and I thought it was like so interesting that there's this whole subculture of people that live as vampires, like in like the.
Don't they drink real blood?
Yeah,
I've seen clips from it. There's a documentary.
Yeah, they'll drink like real blood.
Oh my god, that's so disturbing.
But then they usually just opt for. They take their fangs out, and then they do that, and then they also will drink like they'll have like rare meats and like red wine and stuff. And I'm like, God, like it's so bougie. But there's one they're called the Sabertooth Clan, and it's in LA. Of course it is. And there's this guy named Father Sebastian, and he makes people like fangs and stuff, and he fits them, like he custom fits them. But then once you like get your fangs done, you're kind of part of the Sabertooth Clan, and they have like parties. They have like all these weird late night like masquerade balls and stuff and whatnot. I know.
I do is you've seen Van Helsing?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay.
I know.
You might like that movie.
I probably would.
There's this scene, and it's
Seen
this
it like
ballroom
I think as a
of
kid, but
and
yeah,
it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like it's not kid friendly. I watched as a kid.
It's one of those. I was gonna say. I think it was one of those ones that came on like the horror movie channel, and my mom was watching it.
Yeah.
And like kind of like you know. But anyways, continue. Sorry.
Well, it's there was this scene of this ballroom, and it was all vampires and people blowing flames.
Well, doesn't he like dance her near the mirror, and then she's the only one in it? Yes. Okay.
So that's what I
that
picture
scene.
that Sabertooth Clan's parties looking like.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Right. Because
Very
they're all human
Victorian
beings.
era.
That's the funniest part. And I always tell people, I'm like, you know, I need to go on like a 3-month bender and just go down there and just be a vampire for 3 months and come back. Like honestly, like just to like go, yeah, I did it.
Vampire retreat.
I would love to do that shit. I think it was so funny. Yeah, I wouldn't drink the blood or anything, but I like a rare steak. So
I like a rare steak.
yeah.
I know there's like blood sausage and things like that. But I don't think I could like drink just straight up. Also, what blood? What blood are they drinking? Is it human blood?
I don't know if the Sabertooth Clan like actually drinks blood. I feel like they just. It's more the vibe, it's the aesthetic and the lifestyle, but I don't think they actually drink blood, because you could like actually die doing that too.
Probably.
You know, because if it's not
clean,
if it's not clean, and if it's probably not your blood type, you might have issues, right? Because you know, like when you become like blood sisters with somebody or blood brothers or something, and you like trade blood in like your finger or whatever, you kind of want to have like blood that doesn't oppose, because you can like develop a like sickness or like disease and stuff. I know.
So don't cut your hand and shake someone's hand like in the movies.
No,
Probably
unless like they have maybe your same blood type and they don't have HIV or hepatitis or anything.
There's all of that too.
Yeah.
Dang.
I know. It's really not as simple, and that's why I think vampires can get away with it, because like they're already dead.
They're already dead. You can't die twice.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Well, yeah. I guess they just kind of disintegrate. The other scene I'm thinking of that's in my head is have you ever seen Blade?
No.
Okay.
I actually have not seen Blade.
That's pretty awesome movie.
Yeah.
Kind of dark.
Oh, yeah.
There's an opening scene where it's a nightclub, but it's all vampires. Mm-hmm. And they turn the sprinkler system on. Yeah. But it's not water.
Oh. Yeah. So it's like something that burns them up, or?
Blood.
Oh.
They're doing it. It's their club.
Oh, they're doing it.
So they've rigged the...
Okay.
The water system to put out blood, because they're all vampires and they're partying.
If I were a vampire, I'd get it.
They're just covered in blood, and it's like I wish I had a co-host today. I have to send you all these clips. Crazy scene, like one of the most memorable like vampire horror scenes I could possibly think of.
See, I grew up on I loved Interview with a Vampire growing up. I loved that movie. Have you seen that one? Maybe? That's the one with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise and like a really young Kirsten Dunst.
Okay. I know it. I've seen scenes of it. I haven't actually watched the whole movie.
You would love that one, actually. I think it's such a classic. Anne Rice, her vampires are like the ones that other like current, I would say, like vampire novelists and writers look to Anne Rice's stuff.
I see.
Because she just created such a definitive vampire.
Yeah, it's not like Dracula who turns into a bat in a castle.
No. Yeah. I also really like What We Do in the Shadows. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yep.
That one I fucking love. I love the movie and the show. It's so
great. Yeah,
that's
Taika Waititi.
Yes,
he's great.
Well, and I love that concept too, because I'm like, realistically, okay, yeah, vampires are alive for hundreds of years, but they're not all like smart, for sure. There's no way.
Yeah, because what if there's an idiot and then they get turned into a vampire? like what if Trump turns into a vampire?
Oh, could you imagine? Ugh. Oh my God. That would suck.
I don't know.
Sorry. Because then he would never die.
No. Wow.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Wow. You can kill vampires.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the newest one, Dracula?
No, yes, I did. The Nosferatu one?
Nosferatu?
Yes, I did. That was an interesting one.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, you know what? It was what I was expecting, but it wasn't what I was expecting. Like, I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, wow. Like, that's quite the makeup job they did there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, what is that? Oh, that's that.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Why? Because I think, Nosferatu is, like, originally from, I think it was a silent movie.
Yeah.
Like 19...
Yeah. I just know it from the SpongeBob episode.
Yes.
Like, Nosferatu.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
I think Nosferatu technically isn't Dracula, but it's the pre-Dracula
Yeah.
whatever.
It's like a vampire, but it's not a
Not
vampire.
really. More of like a, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a demon, sort of.
Yeah. The acting in that movie was really good. The cinematography was pretty cool.
Oh, when he cut himself at that table, and I forget what he said, but he's like God. I can't do that, like. Yeah.
Like he does that whole like low drawl. And you're like,
Yeah.
dude. Is it the same? It's not the same actor. Is it the same actor as Pennywise? Yes, it is. Because now this is my current obsession.
Yeah.
Is Welcome to Derry on HBO.
Oh.
I am obsessed.
So it's
with
like
it.
a spin-off show?
Oh, let me get started.
Because I've seen the first two movies.
Yeah. So the Stephen King universe is like, it's like finally expanding like cinematically in like the best way possible.
And they're all kind of connected, right?
They're all kind of connected. So like it's all connected like through like there's the Dark Tower, there's like
which Pennywise is from. I've had my cousin explain this to me because he's really into it.
Yes, like it's from
it's from that world.
Yeah, I'm like drawing a blank on the thing. But I'm watching this show, and so when it comes to it, like Dryden and I just rewatched the 2-parter, and so in the book, the kids are based in the 50s and their adult versions are in the 80s.
Okay.
In the miniseries, the kids are based in the 60s with their adult versions in the 90s. So like the adult versions always catch up with whenever the film or whatever is coming out or the book came out or whatever. So with the newer ones, which I would say like are my favorite, I love the Tim Curry version, but it's so campy that it's hard to not just see Tim Curry in it.
Yeah, when was that made? It was a long time ago.
That was in the 90s. Okay. Yeah, I think it was 91.
Right.
And the new version, I adore it. I think it's such a smart move to have the kids be in the 80s because they're rip roaring, they're fucking funny, you know, and they're like shooting shit off each other and it's hilarious. And then have their adult versions be in the 2010s. And it works so good. But this one is so it comes out every 27 years to feed. And the whole concept of it is that it is the dead lights. It's the 3 lights that like spin back and forth, and that's what the monster is. It's those lights, and it like feeds off of people, but it just takes different forms, just whatever scares people the most. And it usually goes after kids because like adult fears are way more complex. Like you can't like float around as like a
taxes,
literally as like a T4, like you know. And with kids, it's like, oh, they're afraid of, you know, their furnace in their house or something. Then you just take the form of that, right? So this is based 27 years before the first part of the movie, like the part 1. And it's these kids dealing with it then. And it's so good. But these kids do not have it easy. Like, they do not get it easy. Like, it's so gory from episode 1 that I was not expecting. Like, Dryden and I got attached to characters that we were like, oh my God, like
there's Game of Thrones.
They're dead. Yeah,
Who's
we're like,
gonna die?
Like so much so they had all these kids on the poster, like the original poster that came out. They edited the poster after the first week of episodes to have new kids on it because they're like, well, these ones are done. Sorry, Zukcha.
What platform is this
on? It's on Crave.
Oh, I have
on
Crave.
Yeah,
I'm actually
watch it.
I'm watching Game of Thrones right now with Ashley. Second time.
Game of Thrones.
So I got Game of Thrones is good.
Game of Thrones. No.
Should watch it. Anyways, we're talking about.
Well, so the thing with this too is that in the books there's the Deadlights, which are the alien of it, and then its mortal like enemy / like the thing that's always can defeat it, like that it can never defeat, is this Maturin the turtle.
Okay.
And it's a turtle from like native folklore.
Okay.
And it like has the world on its back and everything.
Oh, I know about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
The creation story.
Pretty much, yeah. And so it's always interesting. Stephen King always has all this stuff, really, really cool stuff about like with like indigenous cultures and stuff, and he really weaves a lot of that in. But like basically landed like a comet pretty much into the ground. And when you see in like part 1 and 2 of the movie, when they're all underground, all those big spikes coming out of the ground is literally like the impact zone. And the TV show explains that part, which I was like, oh, I wondered why it kind of looked like that, but it was my guess. But it's underground, and it's lived under Derry, Maine for like however long it's been there, which is like hundreds and hundreds of years. So they used to keep it closed off to like a section of forest, and then eventually that forest kind of became the town of Derry. But it just makes people fucking awful. Like, it makes them horrible. Like, they're super racist. They're totally homophobic. Like, just nasty to people. They don't care. They see like kids getting beat up in the street and they don't give a fuck. Like, they're just really turning a blind eye to everything, and that's part of the Deadlight's power, right? But then the big theory, like, I'm not sure completely, like, my mom read the book, but I never really asked her like everything about it, but I've always known certain pieces of it. When it comes to the book, I know like there's some sort of explanation, like the kids kind of all have a touch of The Shine, which is from The Shining. Because I know, so it's all weaving in, and now I've been begging Dryden, I'm like, Dryden, we have to watch The Shining and Doctor Sleep again, because we're watching this and this and this and all that kind of stuff. But they had a touch of The Shine, which is why when they're adults too, they kind of like remember it from even outside of Derry. Like, they forget about it for that amount of time because they're away from it, and that's part of its power as well. Like, you forget everything that happened, all those kids that went missing, all that kind of stuff. But then as soon as they're reminded of it, they're the only adults in Derry that actually know what's going on, and they're trying to fight this thing, but the other adults literally cannot even fathom it. Yeah. Like, cannot even think about it. And so it's rumored that all those kids had a touch of The Shine. Pretty much none of these kids in this new show do. That's for damn sure. But Dick Halloran is in this show, and Dick Halloran was in The Shining. And he's also the one that like saved people from a fire, like of a character that's in the It movies and stuff. Like, it's a whole thing. They're all connected. And I keep like, Dryden doesn't know any of this stuff. So when we're watching the show and there's like a turtle on the screen, I'm like, it's like the fucking turtle. I'm like, it's like, and he's like, okay. Like, and it's based during the Cold War too, so it's like in the 60s, and there's like duck and cover. I think you would really like it. There's only 5 episodes out right now. I haven't watched the newest one from yesterday, but
the thing is, I'm gonna have to like watch that during the day.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a horror movie watcher.
Okay.
I don't like horror movies, but I like to watch obviously the classics and the ones that everyone's talking about. Like, I've seen It, I've seen The Exorcist, I've seen Paranormal Activities, I've seen Insidious. I don't like gore. I don't like Saw or anything. I've never seen Saw.
No, I've never seen Saw. Yeah. No, it depends on the gore. Like, I with this one, it's kind of like, it's really quick. And you're kind of like, whoa, like that just happened. I did have to cover my eyes for the last episode that I watched for like a solid like 2 minutes. And I was asking Dryden, I was like, what's going on? What did she do? And he's like, oh, she just cut them off. And I'm like, oh my God, like this stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. But the Stephen King horror is always like kind of story driven first. Yeah. I find. And then so you're sort of following the story and you're realizing that, okay, this horror is kind of necessary for the story to actually continue. Yeah. So you kind of forget about it after some time, right?
Well, I mean, the opening scene in the first movie is...
Oh, it's so heartbreaking. It's actually bad because, like, in the original one, it's so campy that you're kind of just like, oh, that kid got taken down the sewer. Like, oh, no. Like, that sucks. Shoot. But with this one, like, every time I watched, and I forgot about it for the longest time, but when Dryden and I just rewatched it, I was, like, tearing up because I'm like...
I can hear it scream in my head.
I know, because he's so cute and he's so sweet and he loves his brother so much, and then he gets the boat and then he loses the boat and then he feels bad and then he has to die feeling bad that he lost the boat, but he's like a baby. It's actually bad. He gets his arm bitten off. I know, and he's, like, crying and screaming, and you already know, like... He's not making out of there whether he has the arm on or not. Like, it's it. And it's just heartless. And same with at the beginning of part 2 when that sweet gay couple are at that carnival. And, like, this, because Derry's horrible, there's this group of people that just were, like, completely trashing them because they're gay and, like, beating them up. And then they threw one guy in the river. And then it still killed that guy. And you were kind of hoping that it would kill one of the homophobic guys. Nope.
Yeah. Nope. Went for the other one. Hey, quick break. It would mean the absolute world to me if you pause this episode right now, went to Spotify, and hit the follow button. Or better yet, you can leave a review or even a 5-star rating if you're feeling good today. And if you're not already, you can follow the podcast on Instagram or subscribe to the YouTube channel, or even if you just want to share an episode with a friend who you think would love it. I would really appreciate it. Any little bit helps the podcast grow and keeps great conversations like these coming your way. And who knows, you might even be on the podcast next. Now, back to the episode. Does it explain why he always chooses to appear as a clown?
I think it's getting there. Because...
But that wasn't explained in the movies, I don't think. Right? Okay.
As of right now, like, that's, I think, what the show is getting to, because it has appeared... We have not seen the clown yet. I mean, maybe we have with the episode that just came out yesterday that I haven't seen, but I'm waiting to watch it with Dryden tomorrow.
But it appears as other things.
It appears as other things, because it just takes the form of whatever. Ugh. I know. And so it's appeared as like a baby, like a weird baby, and like, it freaks you right out. You're like, what the hell's going on? Like, the opening scene of the show will kind of make it really sets the tone.
Okay, I'm going to watch it now.
Yeah.
You always get me to watch it. Speaking of this.
I have not watched Love, Death, Robots. I was thinking about that today.
Because I watched Pompoko.
But yes. Did you love it?
I loved it.
Wasn't it great?
It was great.
It's so funny. Like, it's sweet too. Like, it's just, it's a cute
long.
Show. Yeah.
Isn't it like close to 3 hours long?
It's a pretty long movie. Like, wild. I know. And I was like, it's one of those ones where, it's such a fun one though.
But I like the whole lesson behind it of, it was more about like creatures in the environment. And, the city encroaching into their home. And which is very real. Less
about the shape-shifting testicle wings.
Oh my God.
You're watching it happen and you're realizing it's happening as it's happening. And you're like, whoa, like, okay.
Well, you talked about it. So when I watched, I was like, when is this going to happen? Oh, it's happening. They're all floating away.
But like, that's in the folklore too, I think, right? Probably. Like, it's just, you know, of like the kitsune or whatever they are. Yeah. But no, I haven't watched Love, Death, Robots. And I know. And I thought about that today and I was like, fuck, I literally can't watch that all in the time before I go tonight. So it's like, fuck.
The good thing about that show is like they're short films, so like you could watch one and it might be 10 minutes.
I feel like I watched one of them, but I don't remember because this would have been last year and I was just in little shop mode, so I just...
Well, and there's probably a lot of clips circulating online, like reels from this show. You probably don't even realize.
That's probably true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different directors every time, but there's like Del Toro does one, so there's like some horror ones.
Yes, that's right, and that's I think what hooked me last time. I was like,
David Fincher has one. Some pretty big actors.
It's hard because like I always go over to Dryden's all the time, and like that's mainly where I watch stuff, you know. But we don't have Netflix over there because I have my home Netflix at home, and he doesn't have his own Netflix. And now with the whole household thing, I can't actually watch it there.
You can still do it somehow. Because I went to my brother's place in PI and I did it there. And he ended up having it. I don't know if it was some kind of weird loophole, but he had it for 3 more months. At the same time, I came home and I was watching it here. And then all of a sudden it disconnected after 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm wondering if it's like, because you might have to pay extra or something if you can have like multiple households.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Kind of silly though.
Yeah. It's a little, it's
like, I get it.
Weird thing. Yeah.
I get it, but like also you're paying for it, so you want to watch it.
I know.
With your boyfriend at his
right, like, and it seems greedy because I'm like, okay, like, dude, I'm literally like a 10-minute walk from my house, and you're telling me like Netflix just
I can't watch it 100 feet down the road, like.
Yeah, no. Usually, a lot of the time, we've been into. Do you watch Kenny versus Spenny?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've been
I've met Spenny.
I've met them both a few times.
Oh really?
And we're going back again, to the London Music Hall on December 14th to go meet them again.
So are they still like cool with each other? Because I know I've been told Kenny is actually like that.
Kenny's so nice.
Really?
Spenny's a dickhead.
Which one's the dickhead?
Spenny.
Okay, sorry.
To be fair,
I've met Kenny.
Kenny is like super chill, and he's always the one that's like the conniving, you know.
Okay, no, sorry. Spenny's the one.
So you have met Spenny?
Yeah.
I fucking hate Spenny. I'm
really?
Sorry, I hate him. And when the more you watch the show, you're kind of like, God, Spenny is like such a tool actually, because he's so like, I'm just talking shit about them on this thing. Like, honestly, Spenny's fucked. And so, but Kenny's cool, though. Kenny's really nice. And anytime I've met them, Kenny's been very nice.
I always thought he wouldn't be nice because he's always like the conniving, sadistic, like, no, skin a goat,
he's just
put it in
smart.
the closet.
I think the thing is, the only person he's conniving and sadistic is towards Spenny. And I find that there's an admirable quality to that. Like, all of his life's purpose, he gets all of his frustrations out on one singular person, and that's it. But, like, I've met them a couple times. The first time I met them was at the London Music Hall. This was, like, in 2020.
Do they just do like a talk sort of?
They kind of do like a big comedy show, and they like just talk. Yeah, they just talk for a few hours. They tell jokes. Kenny tells most of the jokes, pisses Spenny off the whole time. He storms off stage usually 3 or 4 times because he's just pissed off. It's so easy to get him.
Is that a character? Or do you think he's actually...
I think he's actually just pissed off all the time. I think he's so anal that he's just like, he's always mad. And like, I watch all of the commentaries on like Kenny's Patreon. Like Dryden and I are big fans of Kenny versus Spenny, okay? And like, so I'm on the Patreon, and they'll do, Kenny will do commentaries on the show with Sebi, who is one of their people in their like production and stuff. And basically they always talk about like, God, Spenny something was always up his ass, like constantly. Like he was always upset, so it's easy to fuck with him, right?
Yeah.
You could just move something
He's
wrong.
Always
and he'd be pissed off.
Balancing on a wire. You just gotta like tip him over a little bit.
And so first of all, we meet them, and what happens is too, like I didn't have a bracelet. I just got regular tickets. We were just gonna go see them. It was whatever. It was me, Dryden, and then my best friend's like Naomi and her boyfriend Alex, and we went and saw them. Laughed super hard, we're laughing super loud, whatever. Spenny says this weird thing on stage. Dryden's kind of like, we're kind of front row, but on the side of it. And so they keep kind of looking over and stuff, and you're looking at the crowd and whatnot. At some point, Spenny just starts talking about how much he hates beards. And if you know Dryden has a huge beard, right? And Kenny's like, yeah, he's like, he hates them, like he thinks they're dirty, da-da-da. And he's like, I just think, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And he's trying to defend himself, and like, he's just ragging him. And then we're all dying too. And I'm like pointing at Dryden. I'm like, But after that, it was my birthday too. It was like literally on my birthday. So I had my birthday girl pin. And the woman at the merch table was like, we have like 3 more bracelets like for VIP and stuff if you want to meet them. And so Dryden's like, get up there, like go get one, right? And there were a few people in front of me in line, but they saw my birthday pin, so they let me up.
Oh, no.
And I was like, stop it, like nice. I was like, thanks. And so I got one, and then Dryden found one on the ground that was already ripped up, and we were kind of like, I was like, oh, fucking, put it on, right? So we put it on his wrist, and he attached it. And so we went and we met them, and it was still during masks, so they had masks on and stuff. And Spenny looked so uncomfortable with Dryden standing next to him because he had this huge beard.
He just went like this.
Oh, yes, he did. Well, and I asked, first of all, I come up, and Kenny sees my birthday pin, and he's like, oh my God, 18, finally. Like, that's like the first thing he says to me. And I was like, yes. But, we're laughing. He's super nice the whole time. He's asking us how we are, where we came from, what we're doing, like all that kind of stuff. And it was super great. And Spenny's got his guitar out, I think just to show off that he has a guitar. And so I, as a musician, I asked him genuinely, I was like, oh, like, what kind of guitar do you have? Like, what do you got on you, right? I'm trying to look at the neck and trying to see what he's got. And he's like, a nice one. Like this. And I'm like, okay. I was like, shit, all right. Fuck it. Cool.
I always thought he put maybe a character on for the show and that he wasn't really like that. No. But he might actually be like
he that. Is. And so... Then I saw another show with them as well, and this was like a Christmas show. I didn't do a VIP thing or didn't really meet them that time or anything, but they had Sam the Caveman open for them, and like from Trailer Park Boys. Okay. And he was just like, I have him on Facebook actually, which is really strange. He wishes me happy birthday. It's like,
okay.
I know. Right. But he was there, and he's like singing Jingle Bells on stage. Don't know if he was drunk. Don't know if it was the character. Not really quite sure.
Okay.
Then the boys did their thing and whatever, and then we went home. But then the third time that I like had seen them and then met them again was at Delhi, at Capitol 33 when they had a show there. And that was one where we were like, I wasn't really ever going to go and watch them again until like we saw they were going to be at Delhi. And I'm like, dude, we have to go.
Yeah,
like,
it's right there.
It's right
Might
there.
As well.
And we got VIP and went up and met them after and everything. And I bedazzled a jacket that said, Spencer Rice is a shit-eating fuckhead on the back of it, which is based on a shirt that Kenny had.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I put it on the back, and I have pictures of Spenny looking at it like this. He didn't talk to me the whole time, which is fine. But then Kenny loved it so much, he's like, how much do you want for it? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't even know if the rhinestones are going to stay on. He's like, I'll trade you my shirt for it. And I was like, no shit. So he traded me his shirt for my bedazzled Spencer Rice is a shit-eating fuckhead jacket. And I was like, okay. And then
Kenny's t-shirt.
I have Kenny's t-shirt
right now.
Yeah, it's at my house. It's at my house. And straight up. So he told me, he's like, wait till after the show and then come back up and then, I'll give you my shirt. And I was like, okay. So I had to go back down and I'm sitting with Naomi and Alex and we're like, so I guess we just wait here for a little bit as I go through all the other VIP people going up to meet them and stuff. And then after the fact, then he kind of calls me back up on stage and he just like takes the shirt off right there in the wings. And he's like, don't look. He's like, I'm kind of like, I'm really hairy. Like really hairy. So I just, out of politeness, I'm just like not looking. And then he puts it on the table and he's like, do you want to take a video of me signing it in case you want to sell it? And I was like, I'm not selling that. I'm sorry.
It's mine.
I'm like, I just got like permanent like bragging rights in my friend group. Like, because we're all Kenny versus Spenny fans. And I took it home, put it in a little Ziploc bag. And it's still there. And this reminds me too, I was like cleaning out my closet and switching my my summer wardrobe out for my winter wardrobe. And so I was pulling out some of my drawers and stuff and I found the shirt and it's still in its little Ziploc bag. There's hair in it. Like there's actually his hair. I was gonna ask, like,
do you wear it while you watch the show?
I've never worn it. I've never worn it. I thought about wearing it to the December show, but that's when I'd opened and looked at it and there was a hair in it and I'm like, I'm just going to keep that in there, honestly. I'm just going to leave that there. And so we're meeting them again. And yeah.
I don't know a lot of people that know the show. Like, I know it's pretty popular, but it's a very Canadian show.
It's very Canadian. I got a friend onto it. He's like, where is the show been? Because he's like, it's so Canadian without being in your face about it. It is such a smart show.
I used to watch it on Netflix, and when Netflix was like, I don't even know, a few years old. And my buddy's like, there's a streaming platform and it has a show, we have to watch it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And we just binged it.
Yeah. Well, and I know it's hard for him to get it, I guess, on most streaming services because of the content. Sometimes it is just so out there. Oh. And there's no other shows that really do that.
He's like drugging Spenny.
I know. I'm like it's so crazy. Like you can't put that on TV. And then I know when they used to be on CBC, I think one of the reasons they got taken off CBC is because it was like, I guess they would have been on probably like 5:30, like right before like the 6 o'clock news or something. So you have all these little old ladies tuning in for the news at 6 and they're catching the humiliation, which is...
Oh, it was always the punishment.
The punishment right at the end, right before the news starts. Like that had to have been part of it.
Had some...
Oh, he had some fucked up shit for Spenny.
Interesting ones.
Yeah, no, and I've seen the show. It's my comfort show. I've watched it so many times. Yeah.
Did Spenny ever win? One time.
A few times.
Yeah, a few times. Did it really count though?
No, not really. No, like, sorry, but like, no.
I think so. What made it the best, it was just like, you knew he wasn't going to win, but you're like, how is Kenny going to win? Like, what is he going to do this time to ensure this win? You know what? And I always wonder too, because there's the TikTok account, Kenny versus Spenny, which is their official TikTok account. Like, I think they opened it up and I'd followed it fairly early and it followed me back. So it follows me. However, random points in the year they've sent me a message, like they've sent me a video, just a random video, like one off of, I'm guessing like just their For You page, and it just accidentally got sent to me. And I'm like, did I just get boomer messaged? Like, did I just get like butt dialed? I know. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, what was it? Like, one time it was a clip from the show, and another time it was like a random woman talking about something. And I was like, yeah, you probably meant to send it. Who's running the account and who sent this to me? Like, probably Kenny. It's probably not even. It's. I feel like it's Spenny. I feel like Kenny's more apt with things stuff. I feel like Spenny's not. I'm just talking shit about Spenny this entire time. Wow, I mean, like, that's kind of the show. I feel like it's okay. It's kind of part of it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and if you're a Kenny fan, like, you gotta lean into that. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. I met Spenny at some kind of, like, it was a Christmas show and he was performing. Yeah. Talked to him briefly. Yeah.
I feel like he's really chill if Kenny's not there. Like, I wonder if Kenny's kind of like his like a Horcrux or something. Like, it just makes him pissed off when he's in the
Kenny
vicinity.
Probably, I would say, overshadows him.
Oh, yeah.
In personality and jokes.
Well, when you watch them on stage, like, Spenny's kind of making an idiot of himself the whole time, and Kenny's just, like, cracking a joke, like, every few seconds.
Yeah.
And it's just funny as shit, and you're like, oh, my God.
Because I don't know, he writes, too. Like, I think he's written for other shows.
Yeah.
I think he's a writer, like a comedic writer.
He did, like, because I know Matt Stone and Trey Parker worked on a bit of Kenny versus Spenny, but I think they were friends at some point, and then they did. I don't know if Kenny was ever writing for South Park or anything. Or,
I think he might have, or maybe early days. So like he has that mindset for, like if you're gonna sit with him on a stage and try to crack jokes at him, like he's gonna destroy you because he just has that brain.
Yeah,
he's meant for that.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you watch the show, the funniest part is just how quick he is with like just an immediate comeback.
Yeah,
and you're like, God, why can't I think that fast?
Yeah,
like
Same with like the really tall ginger guy who used to write for The Simpsons, had a late night show. Conan.
Yes.
Yeah, same thing.
Fast.
Yeah. Very quick.
Yeah.
Very quick, but it's like that comedic timing.
Yeah.
They call it.
Yeah.
Before we wrap things up, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Since we were talking about like all this anime last time.
Yes.
If you had to adapt an anime into a theater production, do you know what one you would want to do?
You know, like, if we're talking, like, Studio Ghibli vibes,
it would be really funny to have prop raccoons floating around.
That would be cool.
With giant testicles, but
I'm trying to think,
like, that would fly here.
Kiki's Delivery Service would probably be nice. But a lot of them are so atmospheric that it's almost hard to make it into something chill. Like, maybe Ponyo would be kind of sweet. I feel like that could work.
Like this little, it
could do some cool water effects with the stage as well. Like, where it's like people are like they're on wires, but it looks like they're swimming because of the way you've lit the stage and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Because it's kind of like those shows are very, like, melancholy.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. I know that, like, My Neighbor Totoro has, like, a stage adaptation now.
Oh,
in
really?
Japan. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that one's cool, but that's big puppets and stuff. That would be the only one that I would think of when it comes to that, because I'd be thinking, like, okay, you'll have the big puppets and the cat bus and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But maybe Spirited Away, because Spirited Away is just so iconic and gorgeous. But even then, like, the big thing that goes up. I mean, ultimately, when you're taking something and you're adapting it to stage, it's not going to be like how it is on screen anyways. It has to be practical. It has to be practical, right? Just like when you take something from, like, the translation doesn't always work back and forth, right? Like, like from like stage to screen, there are some things that work really, really well. Like I thought all of the changes made to Sweeney Todd were fine, and it worked out really nice. And I feel like that's one of my favorite musical adaptations. Same with like Little Shop, or I would even say like The Producers was really great as a movie. But then like there's certain movies that get turned into musicals or stage productions that I feel like just don't work as well. Like they thought it was going to work and it didn't. Some do. Like Heather's the musical is great. Legally Blonde the musical is fantastic. I even liked Mean Girls the musical, but a lot of people didn't. But I liked it, so it's fine. But then I know they just tried to do like Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, that movie, the one that has like,
I don't know if I know that one.
It's an interesting, it's very campy, it's very funny, but they just tried to do it on Broadway or off Broadway, I think. And it was like, it's already closing. Like, I think it only ran for like 2 months or something. And like critics said it's like 2 hours of their life they'll never get back. Like that kind of thing, I feel like it doesn't always work. So you'd have to pick something that like
Mamma Mia, I guess, is pretty.
Mamma Mia is very interesting. Yeah, I love the movie though. I love that one.
What came first?
The stage show.
Stage show. And then the movie.
And then the movie, yeah. Same with like Hairspray and stuff too. Those ones are all great. But
Hairspray was theater first.
Yeah. Well, there was a movie back in like.
And then back in the day.
And it wasn't a musical, and then they made a musical based off the original movie, and then there was a movie based off the musical. So it's like.
Right. It's like High School, the musical. Mm-hmm. I had to wrap my head around that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, Little Shop of Horrors was the same thing, because like the original Little Shop of Horrors came out in like the 60s and was shot in like 2 days, and it's just wild. It's like you're watching it, you're like, what the hell is this? And then the musical came out on stage, and then they made a movie of the musical as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And is it the other question I want to ask was, is every theater production a musical?
No.
I feel like for the most part, every show I've seen has some kind of musical singing component to it.
Yeah.
It's not just strictly acting.
Yeah. Like plays are great, but I do adore musicals more so. I feel like it's also just easier to memorize my lines if I'm singing them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, what happens, because I'm like, oh, this is like a 3-minute scene, but I'm singing it.
But you're singing it.
So I just have to
It's
remember
weird
the
how the
lyrics.
brain does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know, like in grade school, when we were learning the times tables, we had this song that we sang to it, and I could only remember all the multiplications if I sang the song. So there's like something in your brain that like, or why doesn't like a band forget lyrics for a 3-hour set?
Yeah. Oh, we do.
You just like let it fly.
You just
slip
kind
it in there.
of, it just sometimes happens. Like sometimes you're literally up there and your brain just completely blanks.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
You're also playing an instrument, so your brain is remembering not only the notes and where to put your fingers, but also the words at the same time.
Yeah. And so sometimes it just kind of happens. Like you're just up there and you're like, and then just keep going. And like I'll sing something else and it happens. And it happens on stage too, which is terrifying, like in the show. But
the thing is, like, the audience doesn't know though, unless you know the lines.
Yeah. Like, and you kind of know how to prompt people on what their lines are supposed to be, because you also end up remembering everybody else's lines too as a byproduct. Yeah. So like you know what's coming next.
You'd have to know when you need to go.
Yeah.
So you need to know when they end.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
How long does it take to memorize your part?
Oh God.
Like how long did that take you to memorize your character?
You know, I didn't get a chance to actually like really read my lines over. Like we kept practicing it. We kept running lines and doing music and blocking scenes and stuff. So that's a lot of repetition, and so that helps get it in. But I did not start actually being able to read my script until like 2 weeks before we had to be off book, which was like right after Pumpkin Fest, like our last gig with the band for the season. Yeah. And then and that's when I could finally start like actually sitting down and reviewing my lines and going over it. And realistically, honestly, it doesn't all come 100% for me until literally a couple dress rehearsals before the show. And then it's in there. Clicks. And then it just feels like muscle memory.
What's your method? You just read. Do you like
you kind of go off other people as well.
Do you like say your lines in the car while you're driving?
Yeah, sometimes that kind of stuff. Yeah, like I can remember some of my lines now. It's hard though, because this is the point where like we this is our longest break in between like shows.
Oh, so it's not fresh.
Yeah, so I see. We go from like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday show, and then we have nothing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we come back on Thursday. And the first Thursday that we come back is always rough. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So I'm already like.
Have you read your lines today? Like, oh, okay.
I know. I think I'll remember them. Famous last words though. So, Yeah. But yeah. So it's kind of almost muscle memory after.
But you know your character.
Yeah.
So if you need to slip a line in there, that you kind of know what that character would say.
Exactly. Like
it's not super accurate.
And you kind of it's all working off of the other person too. Like whoever else is in the scene with you, they say this, so I say this. Like, and you kind of know what you're supposed to be saying. But sometimes it just leaves you. I don't know.
I think Mac was. I don't know if it was during the podcast or after, but he was talking about sort of covering for like if somebody forgets something, he'll just ad-lib to fill the void a bit.
Yeah. During White Christmas, he was so like he could pick up anywhere if somebody was forgetting a line, and he would just make up something like I don't know, like for example, like this happened actually in the show for us the other day. There's a scene where one character says something and it has to prompt the rest of the scene. And it was something like, oh, perhaps you're having cold feet, perhaps you should just call your mother, right? But the line just sort of slipped her mind. And Jim just kind of covered for it, and he just went, oh, you're making that face. Please don't call my mother, like this kind of thing, like that sort of thing. And that's not a line in the show, but it still got the point across, and it got through, right? So some people are just really good at it. I personally, I'm really not good at prompting other people's lines. that's like, I don't know. It's not my thing, but other people are really good at it. Mac is very good at it. Jim is very good at it.
Yeah.
So if they had to rely on me, I don't know. I don't know. The show's over.
It's to act live is terrifying to me. Like, I could maybe do it in a movie if I had to, or just if I was shooting a project of my own and I couldn't find somebody, like maybe I'll do it. But to do it in front of a crowd of people, I think it's absolutely terrifying to me.
It's terrifying in concept for sure. Yeah. But I think once you're up there and you realize you're just kind of performing, that's just what it is. Just a performance. Yeah. It's I reach like flow state, you know. I'm just going back and you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't not do it.
Yeah. And
it's more embarrassing to not do it.
Yeah. And I find the only things I'm stressing about like are not really what's going on stage. It's like trying to get off and quick change really quick, because I have a few quick changes in the show where I'm like boom boom boom. Right. There's one where I change right in the wings too, and like because I have to go off, there's like a page and a half of dialogue and I have to be in the next costume and back on.
Like there's someone helping you.
Yeah,
you got like a team. Yeah. I've seen a couple clips like on social media of people like changing like within
wild
seconds.
It's wild.
And the way the wardrobe is designed to come off in a certain way, to come off quickly.
Yep. And we don't have that in the theater. We just have our actual clothes. So we got to like unzip, put things on, all that kind of stuff.
Hopefully you don't have a button-up shirt.
They're all button-up shirts.
No.
I know. Sometimes, I usually just take a few off and then throw it off. Okay, and then got to get it off. And then like there's another one. My hardest one is like near the end. I'm getting out of one costume and I have a whole song to do it, but this costume's like the pants are kind of tight because they're the theater pants. They're not my pants, so I'm like fucking putting them on, you know. And I'm like, then I have to tuck my shirt in, have to roll my shirt sleeves up, put a vest on, put a hat on, kind of thing, right? But I'm usually like, as I'm about to have to go on, like I'm literally backstage and I'm finally rolling up my things, putting on the vest, and I'm going up the stairs. And if I miss it by even like 10 seconds, I'm fucked. And so I'm like always terrifying.
If you're late, do you just go out with what you have on?
No, you just, because I'm going to be halfway through the change, so I'm just going to have to huck it.
You ever forgot something?
Yeah, there's been sometimes, like, I think in Seussical, the Bird Girls, we all had gloves on. One time I just totally forgot to put my gloves on. Yeah. I think one thing I'm always afraid of is because the costume before it has, like, a headpiece and, like, a garter. And so I'm always afraid I'm just going to forget those and go on with, like, this headpiece from a different costume.
Right. But is there someone like being like, okay, check, it's all up
it's all me for that part. Yeah. Okay. The other one, the scene where I get into the costume before that, where I have people helping me backstage, they know what's supposed to go on and they have it all ready as I'm running off the stage, so they're ready to go.
All right.
So that helps a lot. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm really stressing about, and like, you know, where we're gonna go out after. Like we're like, are we going BP or the arms? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
The blue? Like, yeah.
Yeah. I think I was at the Simcoe's house when I think you guys were at Boston Pizza. Edith was going. I was like, we're celebrating our first show and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, very exciting.
Yes.
I can't wait to come see it. Yeah. I was trying to, I had the episode that came out recently is Glenn. He's a jazz musician, so I was trying to go to his show, but the one I was really only free for that sold out, so that was going to be my mom's like Christmas present because she's obsessed with Charlie Brown. Maybe we're going to do this instead. Yeah. Because she came with me to the last one, so. Yeah. Be a good Christmas present.
Yeah. It's a fun one. It's a fun one.
Nice.
I know, I'm like, buy tickets or I think you hate me.
Yes.
No,
yes.
I'm like, did you get tickets to the show or do you hate me? Like, that's always.
And that's also what I was talking about. Like, what are some misconceptions people have about community theater? Because like it's not like it's Broadway, and so it must be hard to sell tickets sometimes, right?
It's so hard because I think people just think it's like a shitty show or something, and I'm like, no, like literally it's all these faces in the community that you recognize, you know, it's people you work with, it's people you went to school with, you know, and then you watch them in their craft on stage, and we all take it very seriously. And some people do have it's just community theater, or it's, you know, it's just this, it's nothing that big, and I'm like, no, like it's big to us, you know. It's important, and it fosters the art in a space where like we need it, like, you know what I mean? If we don't have the little theater, like, I don't know, what am I going to do in the fall? Nothing.
Yeah, because people who are, in Broadway per se, like that is a career. That's a career.
And this is all volunteer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So this gives the opportunity to people to act in plays that normally wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. And like we work so hard. Like we started in September.
Yeah, that's wild.
Right? And it's 3 nights a week, of rehearsal. Eventually our Sundays become like 6-hour rehearsals for the most part. Like
You're doing that outside of your full-time jobs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because you love it.
Well, and that's the thing. So to be full-time job, and then 3 nights of rehearsal a week, a night of band practice a week, and then for a while I was also keeping up a gig a week pretty much for that time. And then
I feel bad for taking your precious Monday evening up.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. But
wow, that's crazy.
No, it starts to slow down right now where it's kind of like we're in the last 2 weeks of the show.
Yeah.
And kind of once the show stops, like I have like 1 gig like in December, and then I'm kind of just like I can chill for a little bit.
Recuperate.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
Yeah.
How do people get tickets?
Oh, well, you can go to simcoelittletheatre.org. You can buy them on there.
Yep.
You can also call the box office, which I believe it's 509-583-0505 is the number. Don't quote me on it, but it is like the Lighthouse number. So you're calling Lighthouse Theater, and you can say like, I want tickets for this day. You leave a message because they might not be there. They could be there, and if they are there, perfect. But if not, leave a message with your name and number.
Yeah.
They'll call you back. You'll get like a seat kind of picked out, and then you can kind of pay for it on the show day if you want. You can go in, you pay for it then.
Yeah, and isn't the place licensed? Like you can get drinks?
Yes, we have a themed drink too for this one. We have like it's called Satan's Nectar.
Okay.
And it's like a traditional bee's knees cocktail, so it's like lemon, gin, and honey.
Ooh.
It's very nice. I had one opening night, and it was like just opens everything up.
Nice.
It was great.
So yeah, you can go for a bite to eat, go to the show, grab a drink. Seems like a no-brainer.
That's what I mean. I'm like, you got a couple hours of entertainment, and like it's funny because it's a laugh a minute. Like it's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun show.
Nice.
Probably the funniest show I've been in, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's times where I'm like looking away during a certain scene.
Trying not to crack up.
Something's happening on stage, and I'm like, I can't look because I'm going to start going. And
I love seeing that though. Like watching actors try to keep it together.
There's a scene where I am always trying to make the actor that I'm doing what I'm doing to him, trying to make him crack. And sometimes he does. Sometimes he's like that. And I'm like,
yeah. Did you see that one trending online where the guy is off stage and he does a different?
Yes.
That is amazing.
There is one scene where I run off and Jim is looking at me as I'm running off, and I'll do weird shit. Like I'll get back there and I'm like this, and then I take off, or I'll like huck onto the bed, and then I'm like, da, 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 at him, and he's like, and he has to look so serious in a way.
A crowd of people watching him. He has no idea. Nobody has any idea.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice work if you can get it.
Nice work, and we got it.
And you got it.
We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be putting this episode like right away, like next couple days. So when the next show is Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. So Thursday, November.
So it's Monday. Yeah, I'll have 27th? It out for maybe Wednesday.
Cool.
I'll try to put this out for Wednesday.
All right.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Shit. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah. Anything I can do to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
We need to
we got
support
tickets.
Local arts and things like that.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else you want to touch on? We went off on our usual tangent. This time it was about it.
And Kenny versus Spenny.
Kenny versus Spenny.
I love Kenny versus Spenny. Every time I'm like, fuck, I love that show.
It'd be cool to have. Maybe if I get big one day I can get them on.
That's Kenny. Dude, we post a little clip of this online. We tag him.
Hey, you never know.
Like, right?
Yeah, I'll tag him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Why not?
Cool. Okay. Thanks so much for taking an evening off to come do this.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, of course.
Dude.
Of course.
No, it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I love it. It's so fun. I just love talking.
Yeah.
If we couldn't tell.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect podcast guest.
Yeah.
Well, when's the next play? Is there a plan in place? We'll have you on for them.
I don't know.
We'll just have you back on for whenever there's a play coming out.
I'm probably not going to direct for a while.
Yeah.
But I think the next one I would like to do a play rather than a musical.
Okay.
And I have some ideas.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, and also, like your Instagram?
Oh,
Echelon?
Yes, we have at hannah.dolson on Instagram.
Yeah.
We have at theechelon.band on Instagram. I also have the pinup account, which is at miss.lucy.couture.
Yeah, which is a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother
I don't
thing.
think we've really dove into
we
that.
We didn't even
much.
talk about that. I did a pageant this year in 2 magazines.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even talk about that.
We can touch on it. We got some time.
We got time.
We got time.
I won a pageant this year.
What?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know, man. I went out there. I brought a lace front wig on my head for the first time.
Yeah.
I've been really into wigs and fake hair lately, which is
and I know
really
we
awesome.
touched on this last episode, but like, what is pinup? Just quickly.
Pinup is just like, it's a subculture for sure. It's like a niche community.
Like the Saber Clan.
Yeah. Except we're not like eating rare steaks religiously and getting custom fangs made. Yeah. But no, we all dress up in not necessarily vintage clothes, but there are like pinup brands.
There's a cosplay element to it.
In a way, almost, eh? But it's really just that appreciation for the style and the fashion of different times. Like anywhere from like, I would say the 30s to the 60s are really big spots.
Yeah, and it was always like poofier hair,
Big
right?
hair.
Big hair.
Yeah.
Lipstick.
Lots
of eye makeup.
Yeah. Whatever the hell this is. Yeah. But like I did a little magazine at the beginning of the year in True North Pinup, and they were kind of going over different pageant winners from times previous, because
you're kind of famous in the pinup world.
No.
Are you not? Like you win awards and stuff, and obviously you're on the cover of magazines. So I would say that's.
I'm not on the cover.
Oh,
but I'm in them.
Okay,
I'm in them sometimes.
Right. Were you not on the cover once? I thought you posted something about you were on the cover of something once.
I was like in the cover of like an article for sure, but never on the cover of the actual magazine. But like
you're very good at it though.
Appreciate that. All I do is just like
pose. But you have to put all that work into actually looking the way you look.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
you have to prep for it. Like some people do it like the night before, and I'm like, you can't. Like it shows. Like you have to. It's rolling your hair properly and practicing roller sets, and then practicing your makeup and having outfits ready. Like whenever I have a pageant coming up, like I have an outfit ready months in advance. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just ready to go. And the one from this year was Miss Oddwheel and Miss Gear Jammer. So I won Miss Oddwheel, I think.
Okay.
There was Oddwheel or Gear Jammer. I think I won Oddwheel.
Oh, where do you go for this?
This one was in Elmer.
Oh,
This one was in Elmer. Now I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, did I win Gear Jammer or Oddwheel? I don't know. The sash is on my wall, and I got like a really big crown. When they gave it to me, I looked down and it fell off my head. Oh, no. And it fell in the state. It was a whole thing. It's missing a rhinestone. But Kenzie got it on video. It was fine. But like it really is just like the most wonderful community of women, and like it just like we all just appreciate that culture so much, and we're all in on it. And
have you traveled far? Like I assume this happens all over the world.
It does. The big hot spot for it though, like honestly, Susie from Susie's Bombshell Boutique has created a beautiful hot spot in Southern Ontario, and that's really kind of fostered all of our loves for it, and we all come down here to do stuff, and I'm lucky to just be here already, really, you know. However, I have thought about traveling, but not as much lately given the political climate down there. But there is a huge Viva Rock or whatever down in Vegas.
Okay,
and it's
that would be my assumption. I was like, if it's going to be somewhere, I bet you it's in Vegas. Yeah.
Well, and the girls every year, they're like, are you going next year? It's always in April every year. And I'm like, no, like I have to get my passport renewed and stuff too, and that's the whole process. But now I'm like just nervous to go down there in general, and I know it's harder to get across, and some of the girls have had an issue.
Yeah, Vegas is pretty fine because I feel like they just know you're there. Mm-hmm. You're only doing one thing in Vegas, right? You're not going to be going anywhere else. Yeah. Like, I went for a bachelor party in August, and they didn't even look at our passports.
God.
They had some kind of facial recognition thing, but they're like, oh, you're here. Like, what are you doing? Bachelor party? Oh, like you're partying? Yep. Okay, have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing too. I'm like, you know, I feel like if we go down and like, even if we're driving across the border or something, and we have our hair is all done up in our face, and we're doing? Like, so all of the bags in the back are like whatever, it's vacuum sealed fucking dresses in the back just to store them all, because that's the other thing is that they're huge dresses a lot of the times, and your petticoats and your stockings and everything that goes with it, because you have to have the whole thing. Like with pageants, a lot of the times too, it's everything from having the proper color coordination to the proper silhouette to
I was gonna say, how do they what are the criteria for winning?
It's different for every single one. A lot of the times it's like your poise, your personality, you know, your classiness on stage, and the rockabilly to the very vintage accuracy, I guess, of the look, you know, making sure your hair's done, your makeup's done, you have jewelry on, like all facets, like you got bracelets, you got necklace, you got earrings, you know, you got something in your hair.
And like, does the jewelry have to be from that era?
No.
Okay.
No.
I wasn't sure like how detailed it had to be.
Yeah, as long as it really matches, but it's also like there are stuff that's really popular in the pinup community, like big bangles, like really big thick bangles and stuff.
Okay.
They've never knocked me for my Apple Watch, but like you know,
you wear it?
I've worn it. Like
really?
Depends on the thing. Sometimes
it's really nice. It's a nice band.
Thank you. Like, and sometimes I'll like switch the band around, and then I'll just have like a different one, and I'll just pull it that way, and then the watch is like maybe under a bangle or something, right? Bracelets, all that kind of stuff. The necklaces usually are big, thick piece necklaces, and like the shoes everything's gotta kind of pull together. Like the look just has to come together, right? But it's a lot of work.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So much planning. And do you like sketch it out? Like, how do you come up with your?
Honestly, yeah. Like sometimes it's just a matter of like, okay, like this show's coming up, and now my process is kind of starting with what do I want to do with my hair, because I've been getting into like the wigs and the lace fronts and the half wigs and stuff. Like actually in this show in Nice Work, if you can get it, I wear a half wig.
What's a half wig?
So it clips in like right here, and then you hide it with the rest of your hair, and it just makes it big and full. It's totally what Sabrina Carpenter has on her head. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
100%. Like now I've become that person that clocks it, where I'm like, that's a half wig.
That's a half wig.
Yeah. Or I'm like, that's extensions, or you know, that's a hairpiece for sure. Like stuff like that. So it's like, it just goes in, and I love it. I think it's great, and those are awesome for pinup things too, because then you can pre-style it as well.
True.
And you can make it look a certain way.
Kind of speeds it up a little bit.
And have it there. Yeah.
I see.
And so, but I usually start with the hair first now, and then I kind of go, okay, well, like for the upcoming pageant is Miss Motorama in Toronto in March. And I've done that one every year. I've won third twice, but I haven't won it yet.
How many people go?
Well, Motorama itself is like the biggest auto expo in Ontario.
Okay.
I think in possibly Canada.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. But it's a big one. Like it's thousands and thousands of people.
Okay.
But then for the pageant, it's usually about 15 to 20 girls, I would say.
Okay.
So I've won third twice. I still want to win first at one point, and then I can stop doing it. Like, because I'm like, I'm just going to keep going back until I do it.
Check.
Please. Like, please. But this time, I'm going to start with the wig.
Yeah.
And then kind of go from there.
Nice.
And then,
Sounds like Ashley's home.
No, I'm like, what's happening? I literally was like, are we dying?
No. It's just like, well water. So as soon as the sink turns on, the pump comes on. And
That's so real.
yeah.
I love it.
Country life.
I love it.
Studio basement.
Ashley's like, you're done.
Yeah.
You guys are done.
That's right. She had a dinner. The guys who work at the winery go back to Jamaica on Wednesday, so she always does a year-end dinner with them.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, and we're very close with them. And they came to our wedding and stuff. So they're great guys, but
that's cute.
Where she's coming from.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Maybe we'll wrap it up so people don't have to listen to my water. It's picking it up a little bit. Well, yeah. We can dive more into pinup on the next episode.
On the next one, eh? Let's go.
One more question I had. Is there a guy's version? Is there a male version of pinup?
You know what?
Dress up in old school.
Lately, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the term for it would be.
Okay.
But there was a pageant out in, I think, like Calgary or something, that had like a pinup part of it, and then they had like the greasers part of it or something. So it's kind of like
what
greasers.
I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, and they all dressed up in their little like cuffed
slacks.
cuffed jeans and cool shoes, and they had their hair all slicked back and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool looking.
The switchblade comb.
Yep. Yes.
And they always licked it, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like that kind of stuff. I know.
Yeah.
And it's so that's its own kind of thing. But we don't really have that here yet.
Not yet.
But.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's wrap it up there.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks so much for coming on. All right, everybody.
Hey, you're listening to Just Drew. Just Drew. Just Drew.